Nowadays, people in the world live longer than our previous generation, and they do want to look younger even with their rising age. In terms of biology, it simply means slowing the cellular aging. Upon advancement of medical science, we are now able to achieve this target, which is looking younger, even aging, by holding 3 specific foods in your kitchen. These foods are backed by the medical research winning the Nobel Prize. They are omega-3 rich food like wild salmon, polyphenol rich food like wild blueberries, and fermented foods and legumes like miso. These kind of food protect your DNA caps, trigger cellular self-cleaning, and keep your body's protein factories running smooth. However, let me tell you the scary part. Modern urbanites are making something even worse with their habits. Every single day you eat out or take away, you are having processed food. During your work or life, you live under chronic stress. Your telomeres, which is the protective caps on your DNA, will shrink. When they get too short, your cells stop dividing and die. That's how biological aging speeds up, opening the door to heart disease and cognitive decline. To tackle this aging problem, in 2009 and 2016, scientists who won Nobel Prizes figuring out how cells repair this damage, and also how specific daily foods like wild salmon, wild blueberries, and miso can flip those biological switches back on. Now, we are going to show you these doctors' medical research and understand how these 3 foods can help reverse aging. Let's look at the first food, the omega-3 powerhouse, wild salmon. The omega-3 alternative are chia seeds and walnuts. They are the plant-based food rich in that nutrients as well. From Dr. Elizabeth Blackburn, her Nobel Prize research showed that chronic inflammation and oxidative stress erode telomeres. Think of telomeres like the plastic tips on the ends of your shoelaces. They keep your DNA from unraveling. Every time your cells divide, these tips get a little shorter, and chronic inflammation speeds up the process time. When telomeres wear down completely, the cell dies, and aging accelerates. That's why we need omega-3 fatty acids. The EPA and DHA in wild salmon, or the ALA found in walnuts and chia seeds, act as a powerful anti-inflammatory shield. They calm systemic inflammation and neutralize free radicals before they can touch your DNA. Your cells can keep replicating cleanly as you age. Try aim for a 4-ounce piece of wild salmon twice a week, or just a small handful of walnuts daily to get rid of inflammation. Apart from omega-3, another nutrient that we should concern is polyphenol. We should eat more polyphenol-rich foods like wild blueberries, blackberries, and fermented green tea. Over time, your cells collect damaged proteins and dysfunctional mitochondria. If this cellular garbage isn't cleared out, it causes toxic buildup that accelerates aging and drives chronic disease. Here we are going to introduce a Japanese biologist, Dr. Yoshinori Ohsumi. He won the 2016 Nobel Prize for discovering autophagy, your body's cellular trash collection system. It breaks down damaged parts and turns them into fresh energy. Think of it as an automatic nightly house cleaning service operating inside your bloodstream. While fasting is the main trigger for autophagy, polyphenols like E, G, CG in fermented green tea and anthocyanins in dark berries cheat the system. They inhibit the mTOR pathway, which is a master regulator of cell growth, metabolism, survival, and aging. Suppressing mTOR pathways is essentially tricking your body into turning on cellular cleanup even when you aren't fasting. No more mTOR pathways with just cell self-cleaning can therefore prevent cell aging. We also described anthocyanins in berries in our previous video on reversing gray hair. You may click on the upper right link for more details. Here's the simple diet. Drink 1 cup of fermented green tea daily and toss a half cup of wild blueberries into your breakfast to keep your cellular recycling plant working. We have the final food number 3, fermented foods and legumes, which also focus on better cell activities. You can find this type of food like miso, tempeh, lentils, and chickpeas. Every second, your body builds millions of new proteins to repair tissue, manufacture antibodies, and build muscle. But as you age, cellular stress causes this machinery to glitch and pump out defective proteins. Remember, we have a lot key facial proteins like collagen, elastin, and keratin. To keep us young, we must protect and take care of them. This brings us to Dr. Venkatraman Ramakrishnan. He says Nobel research mapped the ribosome. Ribosome is the microscopic factory inside every cell that builds muscle, enzymes, and immune defenses. When your ribosomes are healthy, your body repairs itself effortlessly. However, when metabolic stress overloads them, cellular repair stalls out. Here's where gut health protects your cellular machinery. Fiber and fermented nutrients. Food floods your system with short-chain fatty acids. These metabolites reduce systemic metabolic strain, allowing your ribosomes to run efficiently without making translation errors. If you want to have a try, then aim for 1 serving of fermented foods plus a half cup of fiber-rich legumes daily to keep your ribosomes running at peak performance. These 3 types of foods are affordable and common in our life. They are not expensive magic pills. Food is only a part. The Nobel Prize winners all point back to the same core truth. Pair these 3 nutrient-dense foods with 7 to 8 hours of sleep and regular daily exercise. Start picking just one of these foods to add to your plate today. Make this to be your habit. You will be younger and more energetic even though you are getting older. It's all upon your choice. Let's get started today.